think, Jamie, you might want to add a little bit about what do you think where the content game is going.
Okay, I think we have a very interesting empirical data. We have been able to provide the first IPTV to our subscribers.
Yeah.
And by providing this IPTV, we have been able to really monitor our customers' behavior when they are watching the contents. And at the same time, now we are having this free-to-air contents, paid content, linear paid content like HBO, Fox channels, Disney's, and also we have OTT streaming, OTT video streamings, iFlix, Catch Play, and Views. And this is very interesting, and I don't mean to break everyone's heart in this room. If we are curious about the data package as the issues of why people are not starting to watch digital content, this empirical finding may change our perspective. Among these traditional free-to-air, traditional paid content, and this OTT, new era OTT video streamings, top 10 contents that becomes most favorite contents every day watched by our more than 1 million subscribers is the free-to-air. So we offer free data package because it is on our IPTV platform. To our customers, you can watch any content you like, and it will not be decreasing your data inventory, but still the most favorable content is the old-fashioned free-to-air. Okay. But the trend is slightly decreasing. I think it is because the real situation is the data content, either video or music, market now in Indonesia in particular is fragmented. So the keyword is market fragmentation. Everyone can choose whatever content they like anytime. And everyone may still watching free-to-air as their basis informations, but they may want to seek something else. So it's like our diet. We still have 3 meals a day, but once in a while we want to have coffee and snacks there, some fruits. Maybe we try some very weird different meals that we never tried before. So I think if we want to, if we want to have the best benchmark in this content space, maybe the best example is YouTube. So YouTube knows very well what the customers is looking for in particular time. Because sometimes I think the viewer is very impulsive. Like myself, for example, every single day I watch news in the morning before I go to the office. But once in a while, I want to watch these talented kids on, I think NBC who have these shows. But I don't want to get there because I don't want to search it. I don't want to scroll it for the last 7 days. So I went to YouTube, and when I key in the keywords, these shows appears on YouTube, and after I completed one videos, it offers the next one. So I think the market is very fragmented. The behavior is changing. Even the customer, sometimes they don't know what they want to watch.
Yeah. So on all of this, actually, Febi, you made an interesting point about that partnerships is really where you're all heading now. So can I ask you a little bit about your views on partnerships? Are partnerships made to monetize, or are partnerships to better understand? Where are you right now? Better understand the market? How are you seeing partnerships from your perspective?
It's both sides. One is to understand what is actually the consumers, the trend, the landscape itself, and secondly, to give a best offer.
Yeah.
that as a company we can do the offering. One example that we work together with Telkomsel in this case, given that we understand that one of the barrier is talking about the data. We come with what we call as Galaxy data plan, meaning that we as a company, though we're in the device part, we give some or we bear some of the cost of the data together with Telkomsel so consumer can enjoy the experience of consuming the internet.
Okay.
Same things like what we did with and still do with VIU, for instance. We understand that a segment group is love watching this Korean drama every single day. So we work with VIU and offer that. With that, the engagement between the consumers, the brand, and also with the content itself is elaborating every single day. So it's very important, and like Pak Jamie mentions, it's also important to understand the behavior of our consumers. When they will watch this, or what passion point that they like. So when we offer something, it's targeted to the right target group. And it comes with the collaboration on data sharing as well from us.
Yeah. How does VIU view partnerships?
Yeah, and I think they hit it on the nail on the head. The number one thing we are after is how do we provide a great consumer experience? Get rid of all the friction points, right? So in our partnership with Telkomsel and Samsung, we made discovery of the content easier because it's where the app is very easily available. You don't have to sit looking for it. The cost of data is reduced because it's bundled with the data plan. And so by doing those few things, the engagement levels we have seen have sort of blown our minds. We ourselves didn't expect this quality of engagement. And once that happens, monetization follows, right? Okay. But very often we have seen a trend where companies first go after monetization and then after consumer experience. It actually needs to be the other way around. First you drive consumer experience, which will drive engagement, which will drive monetization. And I think where the ecosystem comes into the picture is to drive consumer engagement by getting rid of the friction points.
Andreas, how would you see Microsoft viewing partnership? Because you are in a different line of business compared to the others, but you are an important part of the
we actually like to see ourselves as technology enablers, like the example with Real Madrid case. We were able to uncover some of the opportunities that that were not seen by them, and to get them that 450 million fans all over the world. Now we identify them. They were able to learn and study and have a direct engagement with the customer on a one-to-one basis, which makes it a lot easier for them to sell one particular segment of those customers to a certain advertisers.
Okay.
So one market to different market, same content can be sold differently by Real Madrid.
So partnerships makes a real big opportunity to learn, and how you can also then therefore find ways to monetize.
Correct.
I would summarize it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to actually ask the floor for any questions. Do you have any specific inputs or questions so far?
Over there.
Anywhere? Okay, sure. Pritam, one again. And one again on that left side. Yeah. Okay, maybe on the left side and then back to Pritam. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
I would like to ask about virtual reality, because that is one of the things that free-to-air TV cannot give to the audience. So what do you think about the future of virtual reality in Indonesia in particular and in the whole world, for instance? Thank you.
Who would like to go first?
I can take a shot at it.
Nikhil first.
So I think the question is a good one, because I think it is not just limited to virtual reality, but it has anything to do with the digital medium. So for example, today in a movie screen or on linear TV, you can't change the script. The script is the script. There's no interaction. But in any digital medium, there is interaction. There are cases where we have seen that we ourselves have been involved with, where we have alternate endings for the movie or for the show that the consumer chooses. That's not something you can do in a non-digital medium. And I think virtual reality is an extension of that, right? It is something where you can interact with. And I mean, the amount of progress that has been made in virtual reality in the last maybe couple of years in Silicon Valley, where I've actually seen this happen, has been mind-boggling. I think in the next year or so, I would actually expect, and I know Samsung is doing a lot of work in virtual reality, that it will become very mainstream in a market like Indonesia, because I think the technology is evolving at a very rapid rate.
Actually, Ed, you want to add something?
No, I mean, I completely agree. I think virtual reality, augmented reality are very interesting, very exciting areas. Huge opportunities for brands to get involved in. It's interesting, actually, when you look at 3D, we never really got beyond the sort of glasses you wear in the cinema. And it's kind of, everyone got excited at the time, and it's not really gone anywhere. But I genuinely believe, like Nikhil said, that it will absolutely become mainstream. And is an area that we already are working with our clients with. You know, huge potential.
Okay. I think I'd like to ask this to Andreas as well as to Feby, because when I went to their offices some time ago, I got a chance to experience what they are doing in this area of VR and mixed reality and augmented reality.
Yeah, I think I would like to offer a little bit more. It's beyond virtual reality. Now we have something that is called mixed reality, where the virtual world and the physical world actually collide into one. You can actually use this thing called HoloLens. It's basically based on holographic technology, which is available on all Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 10, as well as using a certain device. You can actually mix the real things here with holographic. So you can actually play games where the characters, your enemy, coming out from that glass. In different room, it'll come out from a different area of that rooms. Imagine what you can do through advertisers, and if you can actually develop a software to capitalize on this mixed reality area. You know, right now it's still pretty expensive, running at $3,000 a piece, Microsoft HoloLens. But over time, it's going to get cheaper. And that can be used not only in advertising world, but also can be used in industries. The way big training and things like that can actually be implemented in many of those areas. I think Ilham and Sachin, you were one of the few ones who actually have witnessed the usage of that.
Thank you. I'm actually going to, if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to change it. Yeah, please. Can somebody get the mic here? What's your name? Brendan.
For virtual reality content,
Yeah.
for virtual reality content, as in terms of when you said alternate endings, I think that's more of a game. But what I think of virtual reality in something like TV or video on YouTube is more to like 360-degree video, where you're able to see yourself in the scene of the series or in the perspective of the characters. And do you think that media today will progress to the point where we're able to see that kind of content into virtual reality when it becomes more easily accessible to the consumer?
Yeah,
It's a good question. I think you're the youngest participant in the room today. So thank you for that, because that's where the market is heading.
Yeah.
You know, my own
absolutely.
kids, that's all they do all day. They are on their gadgets and they are using VR, and that's about it.
When they're not stressed.
Feby, would you like to take that,
It's
Feby?
actually spot on. That's what we believe, that this all virtual reality, or let's talk about the 360-degree type of consume videos, it's something that move into the next level of how we consume entertainment or even pictures or videos. That's why for us in Samsung, it's very important how to make these devices also available for most of the people. That's why we launched our Gear VR, and we just launched it like 2 weeks ago in Indonesia with our camera 360. Why we launched that? Because we want to give this experience to everyone, so people can create their own content and put it into a smartphone and then consume it using the Gear VR. So it's the total ecosystem that we try to bring to consumers. So can it be progress? Yes. With the device, now it's the penetration of the device is getting wider. I believe lots of people will start to do the content creations, and soon other people also can consume that.
Can I just quickly add one
Sure,
point to that?
sure.
I think one of the things that we are actually working with some of the movie directors and producers. The one thing that this whole 360 brings about is how do you make the movie or the whole shoot relevant when the consumer moves away. Today, the whole movie is shot with a certain type of interaction. Now, if the consumer decides to move this way and there's nothing happening there, it's not a very interesting application of a 360 view.
Yeah.
And so, even the script writers have to start rethinking how they write a script when there is a 360 view.